And we should be live, I think. Hello everyone. We are going to resume the Jiangshi Night story. When we last left off, what even happened? Okay, so in the first part, it was Tetsuaku's little short arc, and then he didn't play, and then now they're trying to solve this on Jiangshi thing, and then in the second episode, which just happened yesterday, Babylon and Z's kind of took the motherly roles for the Jiangshi, and then they had a talent show for some reason, and then Simon Kamara came in and was going to chastise them, and then the crowd kind of forgave the Jiangshi as a result. And then we received a preview for this coming episode that we are going to see Yule and Krampus' side. So we'll see how that turns out. I think it's in the food stands, maybe. Let's hop right into it. Coming in close. I was actually just doing a dungeon before this. And because I was coming in close, I wasn't making the best decisions, and I lost like 2 different units. Oh boy. But luckily Kotar is still able to cheese even with that restriction. Man, this reprint is like gonna end in 2 days from now, so I'm getting close to this story. In terms of its availability, that is. And we actually just received news for Chapter 11's release, coming immediately after this, November 20th, which is, what is the date right now? November 17th, so not much time for, I guess it's like the end of this week we'll be receiving that new banner. I'll probably be doing one multi on it, no pull stream, since it's just one multi. And I'll also probably, they're also going to be releasing the translation for Chapter 10, fucking finally, so that'll be exciting. I will probably, most likely, 99% not be streaming that, and I'll just be recording it, because I kind of like playing these kind of like the main story and, you know, the important bits just for myself as my own experience. Are they doing a play right now or something? How does Lichu sound? Please, I'm begging you, please. Halloween, huh? I'm not sure that's a good idea in the area with so many temples and shrines. I know that I'm an outsider, and I'm a transient, but I want everyone to know about this wonderful town. There's so much history in Tokyo, and Nakamise Shopping Street is so full of life. And not to mention, Kaminarimon Gate is too freaking awesome! Hello, Ray. I really want those who come back during the Ghost Festival to visit Sensoji Temple, so... I understand. Just settle down a bit. I don't particularly have any objections to that personally. Let me ask the chief priest of the temple. Oh, I see. So this is a flashback of when Licho was making a proposal for this fusion between Ghost Festival and Halloween for the Umamichi's take on the Halloween festival. Those things being as they are, it might be a little difficult. But you're very convincing, full of spirit. I'll tell you, there hasn't been a student like you at Umamichi in a long time. The usual students we get here are low tiers. Wow, you got permission from the temples and shrines of Asakusa? Yes, I saw an anime recently, and that's how they pronounce it. So from now on forever, I'll be pronouncing Asakusa without stuttering. Yep. Now that I'm festival committee chairman, I'm aiming to throw a festival like no one's ever seen. They're gonna be holding a brand spanking new kind of festival with the help of everyone in Asakusa. I see. I'll be praying for your success too, Licho. But I'm not sure I'd be able to get the approval to have a joint event with Daikanyama's Halloween party. The students of the Umamichi Academy come from very different traditions to those of our school, and frankly, your school is kind of full of degenerates. Our faculty doesn't hold your institution in high regard. Oh wow, that's actually worse. No, Maria! I understand. We do have a bad reputation as a school of delinquents. I know folks are afraid of us, and they blame us for our sacks all title word going to the dumps. Still, I believe that there's a lot of good in Umamichi Academy. The students are great once you get to know them. And through this event, I want everyone else to know that too. I don't want people to only see us as a school full of delinquents, so please, could Daikanyama help us? You're really taken with this cultural festival, aren't you? I can see the love in your eyes as you speak. I understand. I'm hardly a figure of authority here, but I can try bringing it up with the faculty one more time. Really? You do that for me? Thank you so much. Let's both give our Halloween events our all this year. I'm sure they'll both be a huge success, Licho. You know, Daikanyama has never been on particularly good terms with Umamichi. The love that Daikanyama preaches is quite different from the road that Umamichi walks. Daikanyama speaks of one love to which we are all connected, while those of Umamichi all walk their own path. However, while it may be presumptuous of me, I truly believe that those two ideas aren't incompatible. Right. Oi! Sana Kamada! Huh? What's up, Licho? It's unusual for you to be in such a good mood. I've just heard back from the local residents about decorating around the academy. They said it's fine if it won't cause any trouble. We just gotta wait for them to confirm things. If we can make this happen, it'll be the Rock of Ages, the festival to end all festivals. A Halloween for the history books. Out with the old, in with the new. In with the ogre, don't you know? No, that hasn't been translated yet. We've got a huge challenge ahead of us we're gonna go toe-to-toe with Daikanyama's party. I see, Licho. You've worked hard and have humbled yourself to many. Your efforts will surely bear wondrous fruits. For sure! And Daikanyama's event will end just in time for us to start the festival off with a bang. They've already decided to close around sundown, so that'll be when we show everyone what Umamichi is made of. Halloween is really all about night, ain't it? So, we'll have things end with a Halloween parade under Kaminarimon Gate. What do you think? It's gonna be freaking awesome. We'll totally shake off the delinquent stereotype. I know it. I'm not sure about that part, but I'm sure you'll hold a good festival. By the end of this event, anyways. I see. What you seek is something higher, further, greater than this. Of course, boss. I can't handle this on my own. I'll be sure not to get mixed up in any delinquent business. I'll definitely become something new. I'll definitely change. Boss? Licho, listen to me. You're truly someone who understands the depths of your own shame. That is something I appreciate. However, you also harbor far too much fear towards it. Failure is shameful. It is painful. You want to hide. You want to try something new. But you cannot run away from the path you have chosen. No matter what power you wield, no one can change the mistakes of their past. Even if you acknowledge that, there remains a wall you must surmount. So, keep marching down this road to the place you seek. Little guy! Coming to recognize the result of your efforts is a truly wonderful thing. When Big Boss said that, he looked sort of lonely, didn't he? Oh, oops. Was that because he knew things were gonna go like this? Oh no. Did he already know I'd screw up again? If he did, why didn't he just tell me in the first place? If I was doomed to fail, then I wouldn't have never tried in the first place. crap. Why did this happen? What did I get wrong this time? I hate this. I really do. I don't want to be a failure. If that happens again, I'll... Episode 3. Final Battle. Night of Spirits. So yes, this is the final episode, but it is a long episode. 5 parts of this episode compared to the 3 parts from the previous 2. So I'll be just finishing the first 3 parts of this episode. And then in the last part tomorrow, I'll be finishing the last 2 as well as the epilogue. I believe that's how it's structured anyways. Hopefully I didn't scout. Oh! Woo! Getting squished in the crowded train's pretty rough, especially when you're stuffed with food. Ugh. How does... He went forget beam sounds. Itadakimasu! There you go. Ugh, my bad, Ryota. I kept getting distracted by that delicious pumpkin pie. Oh, that's cool. Thanks to you, we were able to meet back up with the others. All's well that ends well. Ah, jeez. You were lugging so much food that you got stuck in the train doors. I really should look up how Tochi sounds. I did, but his voice is just not memorable. Even after dividing our rations, finishing such portions took quite a bit of time. Yeah, we could not have let it go to waste. I'll try and be careful so it doesn't happen again. Can't buy too much if you're gonna travel by train. Hey, where'd Chiro go? He's been real quiet this whole time. We haven't lost him, have we? What? The lights are on, but nobody's home. Oh yeah, he does that sometimes. When he has to look after someone, he gets all burnt out like this. Kind of vain, eh? Inevitable, I suppose. Anyone would have struggled to endure such crowds. This is why I dislike attending festivities. You say that, but I remember someone going gaga over the pumpkin candies earlier. Who was that again, Toji? Eh? Yeah? That's unfair. No one can resist the subtle sweetness of pumpkin juxtaposed with its fragrance toasted seeds. What? Oh, where am I? What happened? Perfect! Shiro's come back to us! You just gotta go to Umamichi Culture Festival. Ah, the Umamichi Culture Festival? But isn't this way heading towards Soji Temple? Right, we're gonna go meet Ryota's friend. They're just up and waiting somewhere around the costume rental stands. Nakamise's shopping street does make for a fitting meeting place for dressing up, with all its tourist shops. I was thinking that if we had the time, we could go get our own costumes and head to the festival from there. Now? We're supposed to pick out our costumes and still meet them on time? Yep, but I guess we won't be able to. We'll have to meet with the others dressed up like this. That's their excuse for not having dedicated sprites for this event. Perhaps that this is the group we are looking for, although they seem to have come dressed for the wrong occasion. They are just too lazy to give a fucking... what's it called? Yule his own new sprite for Halloween. Yule only exists in Christmas, except for this event, I guess, but he's not gonna remove his Christmas clothing, because... Gamma. Hey! Merry Christmas! Whoops! I mean, Happy Halloween! Yule! Sorry, late. Happy Halloween! So, you're the friend Ryota was talking about, Yule. You're just up a cent for Halloween. Wait, has fucking Shiro never seen Yule once in, like, the past 2 Christmas events? Like, at least 2 Christmases must have happened by the time this event has happened, so that's a bit strange. Never mind. Since it's Halloween, any costume would do. Actually, I had another costume planned, but after helping Krampus change, I didn't have time for anything else. Anyhow. Oh, I'm sure you had another costume planned. Yeah, right. Anyhow, I'm fine with going out as Santa Claus, but I'm pretty excited about Krampus's outfit, if I do say so myself. So, where is Krampus anyhow? Oh! Bleh. Behind Yule's hefty sack of presents, Krampus seems to be doing his best to will his entire gigantic body out of existence. Stop staring at me like that! I want to disappear. A Yama costume? You have chosen quite a magnificent outfit. I didn't plan on dressing up or anything. It was you who dragged me into the costume shop and... as you can see, things just happened. Is that how it went? You were staring at that costume so longingly through the shop window, I thought. I was just looking at a ranger costume on display. Oh, that's what you were looking at? Do you want to go back to the costume shop and switch outfits? It's fine. I'm sure it'd be too small for me anyhow. You mean, we could have seen? The brand new hero who appeared on that holy night, Obsidian Raptor? That would have been so cool! But I guess I missed opportunities and all that. You've got to be kidding me. I'd be so embarrassed to walk around just like that. I just dropped dead. I mean, that is a costume that must only be seen in the ring. No, even outside the ring, I must only don it for the most legendary matches. Like the sets of battles between me and my greatest rival. Or in the season finale. Yee-haw! Really? I guess there's still a lot I don't know about wrestling tradition. It seems that you have many troubles. I extend my condolences. But it's kind of special, ain't it? You don't often see Santa school students outside of Christmas, even. Yeah, you used to say it. Although fucking Yule's being lazy as shit and dressing as Santa. That's not a Halloween costume, Yule. Come to think of it, you're probably right. Though we aren't locked inside or anything. The Santa course is a year-long track where we research how to bring joy to children. Yeah, so if you don't know, the main course in Santa School is basically, like, it primarily exists for the what's called, the Santa parade or Santa Fest. Basically, there's one event they look forward to where they actually deliver the presents. But that doesn't mean it's just a school with only a single event. So throughout the rest of the year, they actually conduct all sorts of things like research and all of that. So there's two courses: the Dark Santa course, which is what was, what debuted in the second Santa, second Christmas event, and Krampus was actually a prodigy student in that. And then there's the Light Santa course, and that would entail Yule, and just the regular Santas basically. The Dark Santa course is just a field that's very, what's called limited in admission, mostly because everyone wants to be the Light Santas. But yeah, if you ever see challenge quests or any quests where Nether fencers versus Ether fencers and all that, it's because Nether is typically used to represent the Dark Santa students, and the Ether students are usually represent the Light Santa students. I'm in the Dark Santa course, so we work on bringing fear to children, I guess. So we talked about doing something related to Halloween and decided to dress up, but the only costume available in my size was the Yama. Someone needs to tell me what a Yama is. Yama's Shikihiko. That's good enough, isn't it? Most Dark Santas and Yamas punish kids, right? Yeah! Oh, wait. Oh, that's something he was. Yeah! You're like a cross between scary and awesome. You're owning that look. Do you really think so? Do I look scary? Do I look scary as one of the bad guys from Transient Ranger 4? Got a text from Lise. Let's see. From Miss Z's. I thought she'd already be here by now. You'll so just because he can't be Ether. Yule just has several layers of complexities, or jealousy complexes. He's like the best of his the issue. The whole you think it was resolved in the first Christmas event, but that's literally his main complex he has in the rest of the Christmas events too. If you've seen the first Christmas event, his complex is basically there's actually 3 different courses: the Light Santa course, the Dark Santa course, and the Reindeer course. Oh no, I skipped one. I'll read it after. She says she's gonna go for a bit and take it after some personal. She's actually now. She's actually now. But yeah, there's 3 different courses, and Yule is a reindeer who is a prodigious at being a reindeer, but really wants to be a Santa, and Ezra, he has a lot of anxieties about being denied his what's called his dream to become a Santa because of a natural talent that gets in his way. And in the second Christmas event, that was essentially the same thing. He was extremely jealous of Krampus as a result. That's why he has a dislike relationship with him, even though they're friends. And it's because of Krampus's natural talent. Arathon, have you ever been a Discord server owner before? And if you Can you give me your input about how to run server and getting new people comfortable in that server? I'm the wrong person to ask. I do have a Discord server, but it's pretty much just storage for my emojis, and it's also where I do my hold my discussions with Irby and Zalgus and bring them to the voice chat room. If really the one thing that I guess this is just my 2 cents of someone who doesn't actually have experience running a legit server where there's a community, but all you need is just a common kind of hobby to actually enjoy having natural discussion and about, and that won't really happen unless you know what's it called, except like a broad amount of people. Like you can also, it depends on what kind of server you want. The Housamo server is really just for people who like Housamo, but also on servers where it's just a bunch of friends. In the end, you just gotta be a bit confident with inviting people, and also just be selective too, because if you're not selective, then it could dilute what's called the quality of the conversations there, and then other people that you do like might not want to join as well. So if you want a more personal server, you gotta think of like the people themselves, the people you actually want to have conversations together with, and people you think are cool. And if you want a more like general topic server, then yeah, just find people with a common interest and give it an attempt, I guess. But my experience is limited, so that's all I can say. All right, let's just continue the story and see how you'll choose in his another mental breakdown in this show and this event. Let's go. I wonder what happened, but this is still a good chance to mosey on over to the Nakamisa shopping street, right? I can see through your facade, Ryota. You have your eyes on those famous fried dumplings, do you not? I mean, there's that too. It's just that this year there are all these Halloween decorations, and I want to go check them out. That's fine. But we should get moving. We don't have a lot of extra time left. Well, Krampus, how about we go with them? In this outfit? To Nakamisa shopping street? Are you kidding? You're fine, it's fine. She plays through now. You look great. Come on, let's get a move on. Let me just work just the tip of your tail. The group begins moving forward towards Kaminarimon Gate. Pulled along by Ryota, Krampus's cheeks are clapped as red as any Crimson Lantern. In search of the lost Jiangshi, Mototsumi leads his party towards Nakamise shopping street. News of the display has spread like wildfire, causing thoroughfare to be rather crowded. That's an interesting word, thoroughfare. Of course, Nakamisa shopping street would be positively teeming. Oh look, it's the Jiangshi. Anyways, I hope that helps, Moonlight. I can only give up my limited experience, but with that said, I do have a lot of experience being in servers, so it's not like completely without me what I'm saying, I think. Seems like they haven't been seems like they haven't caused any trouble yet. Hey kids, remember the buddy system or you'll get lost. Ara, not to worry. I have your children safely by the hand. Calling my children gives off the wrong impression, but please keep an eye on them, miss. Oi! Watch where you're going, will you? Ugh, you're just lucky you didn't hurt Arthur. Miss Babylon, take care of you don't get knocked over looking after the kids. Don't you worry about me. I'll be quite alright. If anyone hurts me or the children, I'll reduce them to ashes. But thank you for looking out for us, Tetsuoks. You're a real little sweetheart. Tetsuoks. Normally, I'd want nothing to do with another searcher, but it looks like you have a soft spot when it comes to children. What does she mean by another searcher? She's just equivocating searcher to every single, like, fucking male out there. Degenerate male! You don't have to pat my head like that, miss. But somehow, it makes it feel kind of funny inside. However, if you dare lay a finger on Jiangshi, we'll have a problem on our hands, okay? It's as busy as the culture festival. There's so many Jiangshi. This is Asaksa. What the? His voice. This is Asaksa. You've got the Kaminaramon Gate, the Sansoji Temple, and you can't leave out the Nakamise shopping street. Back when I was born, it was a bit of a ghost town. With all the transient tourists nowadays, it's downright blooming. Hara, you're right. Just look at them all. Umamichi visitors, Asakusa tourists, and little children all dressed up. Plus, Asakusa Halloween's a pretty fresh idea. Wouldn't be surprised if some folks turned it out just for that. Anyway, that's why we've got such massive crowds. We gotta be pretty dang proud, right, Licho? I guess. Hey, what's the problem? Why long face? Come on, who tweak your whiskers? Lay off the whiskers, you big lug, and get out with the baby talk. They seem to get along. Well, I'll tell you. How come we just met? Yo, Licho! You get used to Umamichi yet? Mototsuri? Hey, you can't just jump at everything here. It's like letting everyone know you're an easy mark. Alright. I'll show you the ropes. Just how things work around here. First off, you gotta puff out your chest, look him in the eye and show him you're full of piss and vinegar. Oh, I see. So he's like his delinquent mentor. No, don't spill the beans. Zip your lips. Leave cringy first-year stories where they belong. 6 feet under. Gotcha. I will let the cat out of that, Picho. I promised, right? But you're on your own from here. And you, what are you looking at? You aiming to take a shot at me too? Gee. Do whatever you want, pal. Just don't forget you said that. Jeez. I thought I was gonna die in there. There's crowd, and then there's that. You said it. Tried to get through admission and all that took, like, forever. 2 familiar figures struggle free from the crowd and dash to meet you. Did it take long to get in? Gangway, you're sweating like a fed. So Hanma and Naja haven't gotten here yet? Well, I guess it was tough for us to get through admission. Admission? Wait, since when was there admission? Since you set it up, right? Awesome idea. The admissions officers busted out a freestyle that had the crowd totally jumping. They even remixed it on the web. Everyone's posting about the mysterious Asakusa Halloween DJ. Huh? Me? Admissions officer? Halloween DJ? I've got no clue what salted fudge you're yapping that. No ring any bells? Really? Well, whatever. It's Halloween, so I bet there's all sorts of strange folks out and about. But the smoke and the soul incense has made it over here, but luckily it doesn't seem that it's affected the Jiangshi. Seems like they're fine as long as there's nothing to set them off. Unless we have to repeat of the gym, they'll be good. So now's the best time to round them up, huh? Something's bound to go down in the middle of the crowded area like... Licho steps forward, filled with determination, just as a blood-curdling scream fills Nakamise shopping street. Oh, it's that bitch! Christine, what are you doing here? Someone help! I'm trying to play tricks! Oops. Oh, what now? Wait, that voice. Isn't that the same one for the gym? My talisman! It's burning! It's... Trick or treat! As one of the carefree smiles of Jiangshi up and down Nakamise shopping street changed to fearful scowls. And the tragedy begins anew. The Jiangshi let loose and began pulling all the pranks he desire. No! Stop right there! You'll break all the goods in the shop! I'd rather get goods all over you. Hey! You, that's for sale! You can't just eat things without paying! Stop! Yamano! Yell and Christina such trolls. Well, in the very least, I'm glad that they are the villains in place of the fucking new characters. Because what's it called? It's frustrating when every single time they release a new character, they decide to make one of them like the source of their own problems and it's mental or something. But in this case, it's external and it's from an existing character, and it makes sense too. They're just fucking assholes for causing trouble like that. Trick or treat! We're gonna get our tricks. Shrieks and cries echo down the length of Nakamisu's shopping street. Ichigo sees a ruckus and goes white as a sheet. Stop it! Stop it right now! I'm begging you! You're gonna make this whole thing a failure! Anywhere else is fine, just not here! Leave Nakamisu shopping street alone! Naturally, his pleas do nothing to deter the rampaging Jiangshi. His strength leaves his body, and he falls to his knees, covering his eyes with his paws. Please! Just stop! Please! Oh. Licho, you worked hard on this! It's a gorgeous festival. Can you see like the stance and all that? And like he set all this up, and like you know, it's not his fault. It's fucking Christine. Jesus Christ, he worked hard on this shit, and that bitch is ruining everything. What's her deal? Like I see with the merchandise is crossing the line, right? I can't think of a worse place for this to happen. These shonen just don't know when to draw the line. You know, I'm starting to get the feeling that the timing of these outbursts is a little too convenient. There's somebody pulling the strings. I don't know what they're thinking, but using innocent children to do their dirty work is positively despicable. They had best be prepared to face a mother's wrath. They're being used by someone, I'm sure of it, but there's still something fishy about this situation. Huh? No. Anything but the prize! I was gonna give them to Housamo and Nelson! Was that my name? And a gift? No! I said stop it! It's supposed to be one per customer will run out. Stop it! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Where do you come from? What's going on here? They were being so nice earlier. What made them change like that? Everyone, I am calling for an immediate evacuation of the area. There's something odd about the Jiangshi. But they're all already everywhere, huh? Where did Behemoth go? Tricky, trick. This is horrible. A fighting world. Oh, my precious fried dumplings! If they keep forcing Behemoth to be like that, he's gonna get huge! Much dismay of some people, but to the pleasure of others. Trick or treat! Happy Halloween! No! Those gifts are supposed to be for nice children! Is Halloween usually such a hectic festival? Presento da! This ain't right. Krampus, what's not right? What are you talking about? My dark senses are telling me that these aren't bad kids. They say they're only playing these pranks because the folks around them are expecting them to be little brats. Ugh, that doesn't make sense. Now these kids are not here nice. It's driving me up the wall. I'm trying to remember how Yul sounds like in his game. He's like, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. Happy Halloween. No, he doesn't say Happy Halloween. What am I saying? I should play with this character more. Like, he's not a terrible character per se. Wow, Krampus! You're such a rock you didn't even notice that they played a trick on you too. Alright, let's go get help. I mean, let's go help. Just as you are about to rush over to intercept the pranking Jiangshi, a man walking your path, his eyes aflame. As much as I would like to exchange pleasantries, I'm afraid there's something else that deserves my immediate attention. Some outsiders have gotten mixed up in this turmoil, and as a big boss of Umamichi, I cannot turn a blind eye. Oh, has he figured it out? He seems different. Maybe because we're outsiders? Outside Umamichi. Licho, as a committee chairman, you have a plan, don't you? If not, well, I will deal with things my own way. Your way of doing things is a dangerous one, Sana Kumara. Please leave this to me. I'll get the Jiangshi to settle down. Damn right, Miss Babylon. If it's one of my Oivan's friends, I gotta lend a hand. Brace yourselves, Jiangshi. Tetrox, the big black cock is coming for you. You mustn't harm the Tetrox. Have I made myself clear? Okay, whatever, I get you. Just don't look at me so scared like. Every time she scolds me like a rat, I feel like I'm getting yelled at by my mom. Feels weird. Well, it's an interesting dynamic. It's nice that Tetrox has someone playing as his mom. I mean, it was Terramite first, but now it's Babylon, aka the entire game's representative. Poor Tetrox. Babylon, I do not intend to raise my hand for violence's sake. All I intend to do is show my underclassmen the road they must walk. The hour is desperate, and it calls for equally desperate measures. Babylon, should your child stray from their path, would you not strive to set them right? Is that not a parent's love? So you're saying you intend to show me how that is done? Do as you will, but remember, if you bring harm to the children, you'll have hell to pay. That's quite enough bickering from you two. What kind of influence do you think you'll have on the Jiangshi? Well, Simi, how about get the children away? If we leave them here, they'll get into more trouble. Ah, gotcha! Let's go, kiddos! And keep holding on to Miss Disease's hand. Hey, Montessori! Is everything gonna be okay? Everyone go back to normal, right? A few tricks is fine because it's Halloween, right? We'll all celebrate after, right? As the children express their worries and concerns, both Simi kneels down and pats each of them on the head. Cut it out. You kids gotta learn to put yourselves first. Get yourself some pie and it'll be over before you know it. Okay, go for it, Mototsumi. Everyone, good luck! Hey, Licho, get it together! The festival's still on, Chairman. You still got work to do. Alright, I guess this is where the battle's about to commence. Long part one. Mototsumi gives the Tigrastarian a slap on the back before... Let me repeat that. Mototsumi gives the Tigrastarian a slap on the ass before gathering up the children with Z's and shepherding them away. What's the matter, Licho? This is not how the committee chairman should be handling things. Aren't you going to issue commands? I can't. I can't lie to myself anymore. I can't bring myself to pretend that I have any control over this. The folks at Nakamisa's shopping street were kind enough to let us do this. And I've got and screwed it up. There's no way I can pull the wool over their eyes. It's too far gone. I'm all out of ideas. Very well. Then sit there and wallow in your self-pity before that wall you must surmount. Huh? Your sacred artifact is most certainly something that must be handled with caution. I assure you, I understand why you hesitate to use it, but it is far from your only option. However, if you would choose to inaction, it is not for me to change your course. Licha. Crap! All I wanted. I just didn't want to be a failure again. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! All of the characters in this game are so cute, I must see more of them. Yeah. Licho hangs his head and slumps his shoulders, mumbling to himself in the smallest of voices. Although it's hard to tear your eyes away, the Jiangshi beginning to surround your friends require your attention. Indigo brain. So, we haven't really seen much of Krampus yet, but it's gonna be 5 parts. I don't know, I should have looked at how Yule sounded. Placenta. How does Yule sound again? Happy Christmas! Something like that. Just a bit longer. And then I'm gonna die from all the new content! My top 4 favorite are leaked, the protagonist, namely, the protagonist's fourth body, the fat one, and Furufumi, and what's it called? Goemon. Those are my favorites. I would also probably like Kimon a lot more, but I don't even have his card, so I didn't even get a chance to play with him at all. But yeah, Kimun, Kamui, and Goemon are probably my favorite phrase in this game. Fluffies, as the game puts it. Oh, here we are. I think this should be enough, far enough, much soon. Could you do one more favor? I've got to go back. Gotta go back to the past. Check. Sorry, but I'll be leaving the kids to you. I've got some things to I've got to take care of. Well, happy Halloween. You and your companions form a barrier cutting off the Jiangshi from the clouds of incense as they promptly quiet down. What's the deal with them? They turn all of socks upside down, then they just snooze off without a care in the world? Huh. They're rather adorable while they're sleeping. It looks like they've tuckered themselves out from all the pit pranking. But ain't it weirdo even? Kinda feels like the Jiangshi were a lot harder to deal with than that time in the gym. I was just thinking the same thing. While I wasn't there for the first instance, perhaps the issue was the more public venue. The larger the crowds, the more intense their fear gets. But what worries me is how they seem to be able to appear from nowhere in such numbers. Could it be that my master thought is mixed up on all this somehow? Ooh! Happy Halloween! Trick or treat! I ate your treat to chow on! I guess there's nothing to say all the spirits summoned for the Ghostbusters are kids. They might be adults, and some of them might even be violent. Ow! Ow! I said, leave me alone! Stop it! Ow! 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 Oh, I'm violent. Trick or treat! Woo! Hey, weren't you an expert who said we shouldn't push the buttons? Anyhow, is it just me, or is it more intense than back at Umamichi? Attacking regular shops is just super not cool. We're outnumbered. It's like they're gathering here. It is no longer only students of Umamichi Academy who make up the ranks. It appears that the influence is extending beyond the Academy to the Jiangshi on Nakamisa Shopping Street. Are you saying that the other Jiangshi and Asakusa are being dragged into this? Oh yeah, we gotta do something before it's too late. So many cannot have gathered at the moment, so it has to be. An incredible number of Jiangshi have suddenly surrounded you and your companions, as if trapping you in. Trick or treat! Time for a trick! We're gonna trick ya! We can't hold out much longer. We'll get mobbed at this rate. And then, in quick succession, the Jiangshi move to attack. Slowly but surely, the gang of Jiangshi close in on you and your friends. Stay alert! Here they come! At the very moment comes a massive blast wave, shortly followed by a pair of familiar and cheerful voices. I don't know what that was. Leaping over and dodging between the waves of bystanders, explosions, and storming Jiangshi, two figures deftly weave their way through the center of the action. Hanuman no Jutsu! Ninja Harmon is odyssey to defend his friends from danger. Make way for Naja, the baddest sovereign of Asakusa. Hey, we figured the shortest distance between points A and B was to fall all screaming. Are you right? You're not hurt? Psh, you think this kind of rush would be enough to damage the seniors? No way! Anyway, you all should have seen the race between Hanma and me. It was super uber fun. Yeah! What's up with all Jiangshi? I don't think there this many before. I want to bust them up. Whoa. Not just slow down. Crowds aren't a big deal to me. I just fly over the top speed. Speedrun strats. Yeah, the entrance was totally swamped, so we took a shortcut. Were you surprised? Splendid, as expected of my fellow Mishi schoolmates. These two jumping out like that spooked the Jiangshi out of the skin. Now's the chance, Oyabun. I'll clear the way. Oh, wait a moment. I will not allow you to harm them. If there's no better way, I'm going to assist you with my chalice. I'm sorry, children. I'll need you to go to sleep for a little while, okay? And so, Babylon and Tetsuox murdered all the children. And then it was a happy ending. Li Cho. I have a favor to ask of you, Arthur. Could you take Li Cho with you? You're asking me? But why? I am too deeply involved in the students of Umichi, so you must treat them strictly. But that is not what Li Cho needs right now. That is why I want to leave him to you, an outsider to Umichi Academy. Someone with distance, a traveler of a different road, would have a better vantage point. Would you do this for me? I don't really mind, but you gotta give me a little treat for this? Ah, well, worry not, yes. If there is anything I can provide, I will certainly provide it to you. Now then, there will be no escaping such numbers without someone to hold them back. I shall bring up the rear. I will stop the Jiangshi. Hey, are we really gonna see the big boss battle? I wanna stay. I wanna see. You are brazen but strong, Natasha. Very well. Prepare to see my fighting prowess. I'm pretty nervous about leaving Naja alone. So how about I stay behind too, Arthur? I forgot to tell you, but Shiro and the others should be a bit further ahead. I saw them when I was jumping around earlier. That's a relief. Okay, I'll leave that to you then. I'm going to be fine. I know that there's nothing for me to worry about with you. I know you're a pretty powerful fighter. I've seen up close and personal. So there's absolutely, positively nothing to worry about on this end too, okay? Alright, Li Cho, give me your soft, warm, fluffy, fat hand. Oh, poor Li Cho. Oh, Li Cho! I actually do feel bad about Li Cho. It's just that his backstory is very ambiguous right now, so I can only infer a lot. But in terms of the present crisis, he planned hard for this. Look at this fucking festival! Look at this! He planned all of Umamichi's thing, and then I'm pretty sure he had a hand in this too, setting up the stalls. And then it was a good idea for even having the Jiangshi, and he set up the collaboration between Daikanyama. That stuff doesn't happen automatically. You have to go out of your way to plan all that. And for the most, he executed everything right according to plan. But then fucking Christine, that bitch. Poor Li Cho. The Tiger Syrian is completely head bowed and offers no resistance as he lives through chaos. Come on, Li Cho. I'll show you the way. Things will be alright, Li Cho. Come on. Oh, here's his back. My original failure was born from this same self-righteousness. I began to work as soon as I was able, but when that day came, I couldn't help but notice just how different I was from everyone else. I suppose folks could tell too. They must have been aware that I thought of them as idiots. They must have known that I felt I was being forced to perform work beneath my station, and that I resented it. Even after being cut off from the others and left all alone, I still clung to this self-righteousness. I was so sure I had some kind of special talent, something that set me apart from everyone around me. That was my rock, my ability to weave moving words into the tapestry of poetry. Back home, in my small town where everyone praised me, I thought my talent would lead me to the heavens themselves. I thought that my words had power to guide those around me towards truths they had yet to see. However, I never fully opened my heart to my poetry. I hid the truth and conveyed only falsehoods. The thought of trying scared me. I was petrified of doing my very best, only to find out I was nothing special. Instead, I just smiled and wrote pretty rhymes, bending my knee before the powerful, and so I earned my daily bread. And so I was bred daily. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I realized something. Those pretty rhymes were all anyone ever really wanted. So as long as I could provide that, everything would be alright. Yeah. God bless his soul. Everyone only listens to what they want to hear anyways. They have no need to or desire for some transcendent truth. The moment I began to believe that, I was undone. That was my failure. Ergo, this must be my punishment. I just don't want to be a failure anymore. I don't want anyone to see me failing, and then trying to hide it. I found myself stuck in an endless maze of desperate deception, and even now I haven't found a way to escape it. It's like I'm just retracing the same tired old paths again and again. The backstory is a bit confusing. So he's like, he did poetry or something to make a living, and then that's all people care about, just this thing that he thought was just a triviality. I don't fully understand how that relates to his fear of failure. Your group manages to escape the strong Jiangshi, find a corner apart from the chaos, and regain its bearings. You finally meet up with Shiro and the others and explain the current state of events so far. Thanks for catching up with me. To think that something like this could happen to Umamichi's Culture Festival. I did see that improvised play trending on the net, but I never made the connection. I just assumed it was all part of the plan. So, you tried to pass off your mistakes as something intentional. I presume Li Zhou's sacred pact was involved somehow? Nicho gives no sign that he has heard Toji. No sign that he has heard Toji. The Therian sits dazed, shoulders hunched, staring blankly out into the night. He did... I mean, I understand that he wanted more, and but that's not what the people want. People were just fine with his, I guess, flaky poetry. But I don't understand how that relates to his fear of failure, is the main thing, which seems to be what he's afraid of here. He also seems to be self-righteous in some way, or at least self-described self-righteous, and believes he's meant for better. Maybe it's like whenever he reaches for better, he fails or something? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe the backstory's not fully fleshed out yet. Now, before we should strike back, I want to make sure we grasp the details of the situation. What do you hear us out? Sure thing. The more on deck, the merrier. Ah, thank you, Gankle. I have heard a lot about you from Marathon and your one-night stands. I'm kind of jealous. Well, I'll be. I'm sure you got word about what a reliable upperclassman I can be. Well, I suppose it was, Something like that. Jeez, let's get to the point already. It's not like Gangly's ever cared for hellos and how do you do's. Ahem! So you can call me Ben 10. You're currently trending PUL Rockstar. Usually I treat you to an intro, but I guess that's not the best time for that, huh? Thank you. We'd like to do our own introductions, but unfortunately, you're right about the time being short. No probs. I've heard tons about you too from Marathon. Why don't you show up? Well, you know, we have this contract where we can only appear for the very first episode and then disappear into the nether as the rest of the event takes place with the new characters. You know how it is as the main boys. No, I don't. Anyways, what time's wasting? Do a proper meet and greet later, alright? If you were to marry a character from this game, which character would you marry Goemon? You know why Goemon? Because if I could marry Goemon, then that means fairies are real, and that means that's fucking awesome. Goemon! His belly. Like, Leaks is awesome, but, you know, Leaks is just, like, human. If I could marry Goemon, then that would be proof that they could actually be, they're like, real. And then, if fairies are real, then that's literally the best possible timing. That's all I can say. Alright, let's continue. Alright, allow me to go over what we know so far, as the analyst plays in the background. Everything began when someone switched out the prop smoke in the gymnasium with something called soul incense. The effect of the incense is to summon ghosts to the world, and that resulted in Jiangshi becoming possessed. Though we aren't qualified to distinguish if ghosts are genuine or just some kind of faith-induced hallucination. You've got it! I'll spare you the details, but I think it's safe to say that right now, only the Jiangshi are being affected. Though just the Jiangshi are enough to make this whole mess. According to Penglai folklore, these ghosts are being benign unless treated as something frightening, whereupon they act accordingly. You mentioned that this whole incident started with a cry to that effect with someone from Nakamisa's shopping street, correct? We heard it too! Probably the same voice from the gym, I'm guessing. So that means the scream was a trigger. Jiangshi began to act as those around him expected them to, as raging pranksters. Right, that would make sense. No wonder they couldn't tell they were naughty or nice. Now, currently, we only have one reasonable course of action. To kill them all. To change how the folks around here feel about Jiangshi. I don't remember exactly, but that must have been what happened right after the play, right? Because everybody thought of to not really be so scary in their roles in the play. They just stopped being scared for real. The same must have happened during our talent show. We were seen as harmless performers and thus devoid of sin or vice. A talent show? At Rumomichi? There's Babylon? No way. I can't believe I missed that. There's no time for a side Ryota. Please allow us to continue. Hey, Ten. Thorn. Yeah. Hey, Thorn. Hey, yo! Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, all this exposition's just a pain in the ass. Wouldn't it be faster just to rough him up? Tango? That would have nothing but an adverse effect, do you understand? On your lifespan, that is. The walking that ain't known for going down easy. Sure, we could just smash him, but I think Babylon would murder your ass if you tried that. Plus, there are other Umachi students and other civilians. Kinda want to settle this as peacefully as we can. I see. So peaceful measures are desirable, but I wonder if that would be enough to satisfy the masses. Well, they'll understand if you explain, I think. No, probably not. It's not to be that easy. After the Jiangshi played those awful tricks on me and be humans earlier. I'm sorry, but I thought they were scary too. Makes me shiver. Makes me shiver to think about it. I guess Umachi delinquents are famous across Tokyo. Anyone would think those Jiangshi were trying to pick a fight. Just leave this up to me. We got what we need to handle the problem. Isn't that right, Licho? Yeah, fight's coming up. You're not gonna know what hit him. Have you read the manga that in this game? I'm not sure. What? Okay. Well, there's no manga in this game, but sure. Licho, snap out of it. Still not bounce back, huh? Hey, I'm not kidding. Get it together. Licho had distanced himself from the group of mid-year discussion, and now he cowers alone in the shadows. Licho. Licho! Come on, Licho. We need you here. Hey, Stripe Face! It's time to stop moping and wake up! You just gotta do your thing and change what everyone's thinking. Oh, that's right, huh? If I use my sacred artifact, I'd be able to deceive the world, make everyone forget about my failure. But even if I trick them like that, it's not gonna erase the fact that I failed in the first place. Licho, it wasn't your fault. Yeah, I do think it was a failure. I'll own it. The festival was a big disaster, and I'm the biggest disaster of them all. I begged and promised everyone on Nakamisa's shopping street, and after they finally agreed to it, I made a mess of it all. And you're asking me to trick them now, with my artifact, to pretend it never happened? Like hell! I don't want to use my sacred artifact for some selfish reason like that. I'd be lying to myself, only accepting what couldn't be convenient to me. No one seemed to know how to respond. They stand in silence as his desperate cry lingers in the air. Now, I see. That's why I've ended up like this. That's why Sonic Kumar always tells me I've lost my way. That's why I became a man-eating tiger. Licho! You've forgotten something. What? Licho? The festival's not over. That's not going to make me hate you. And there's no such thing as white lie. Huh? Licho slowly raises his head. It's not over till it's over. You can't just give up yet. You're not done, so long as you believe. That's just some chopped logic. That's right, you said it, Arthur. Who cares if you have to, like, play things by ear? That's where half the fun comes from, to these things. The festival is still going, so you haven't failed yet. Huh? What in the world are you talking about? That's clear as crystal. I failed so bad that will go down in history. Get it through with furry head. It's not a failure until you accept it is, so cut it out. Until I accept it is. Who cares what anyone else thinks? In the end, if you believe you pull it off, it's a success. That's a really positive way to look at things. Yeah, I mean, in the end, that feeling of failure is all entirely up to you. So if that feeling of failure is dependent on you, then wouldn't the measures of failure and success also be dependent on you? You can decide whether you want to what you did was failure and success. And giving up too early is, precluding you from a lot of successes that are possible, or could even be possibly interpreted. The manga of this game, but yeah, I don't think there's a manga of this game. There's a lot of doujins of this game, but there's no official manga of this game. So it's gonna have to be fluffball. There isn't a Samopedia, which has like information of individual transients. That is official works. There also is some like from official artists, some non-official material for their official characters. But yeah, it's just there's no manga summarizing or even offering a side story to Housamo. You'll be able to look at yourself in the mirror unless you can say you gave it your all. My all? Exactly! Look at all the work you put into this festival. Oh, that's your talk. Exactly! Look at all the work you put into this festival. You'd never have done that unless you were serious about it. You're right. I've never seen Nakamisa's shopping street like this. Halloween mixed with all kinds of different cultures from other worlds. It's just as big as Christmas. If we hadn't come, we never would have gotten those yummy pumpkin fried dumplings. They were so good. I was perplexed to hear of a Halloween celebration in Saksa, but now that I've seen it in person, I've come to appreciate its charm. I agree. The mix of old customs and new cultures give rise to something new and valuable. It would be a crying shame to deem it a failure, especially when we can make it a success if you let us help. Everyone. Right. Had I not been involved in this, I would never have had the chance to meet these wonderful children. I'll work with you. Let's put an end to the circus so the Jiangshi can smile again. I'll be too, Oyaben. I don't really care for the tiger there, but no one gets to screw around with Umamichi. I mean, it's kind of sad that they have a natural dislike for each other. I'm not even sure if they dislike relationship in the game, but it would make sense if fucking his own mother was eaten by a tiger, and if Licho admits to being a man-eating tiger. But what exactly should we do? Neither the play nor the street performance was enough. Considering the size of Nakamista shopping street, shaking big up our audience preconceptions is going to take something big. Something as engrossing as a play, and as exciting as a talent show, but somehow more than either. Everyone begins to offer their ideas. On the fringes of the group, Richo mumbles something to himself. But this is all because they thought I could take on being chairman. It's poetic justice. Bad comer. What I deserve. I can give it all my all just as I want, but a failure is still a failure. In the end, I done nothing to change Uemichi's reputation. And I did give my all. I worked so hard. I know you worked so hard, Licho. Come on, don't be like this. This isn't your fault. I wanted so much for everyone to see us in a different light. I can see how that make you want to give up, but what was that? Huh? Hey? Licho, will you allow me to offer my help? I've been thinking a bit about you and about the Jiangshi. What was my reaction when I saw this game for the first time? Probably really degenerate, since the first time I saw this game was in the context of pornography. But when I saw this game, yeah, it's a long topic, like a very long topic of how I feel about this game when I first learned about it. So I'll just leave it at that for now. I liked it a lot, obviously. Go away! I ain't trying to make new friends. Whoa, you're huge! Are you a monster? Oh. Krampus, what are you thinking? This is a dark Santa. Everyone expects me to be scary, so I am, and I'm pretty darn good at it. But a couple of Christmases ago, you all taught me I don't have to let that be everything I am. A couple of Christmases ago, so it was at least 3 Christmases, and Shiro never saw Yule. Jesus Christ. Then again, it's fucking Yule's fault for never doing anything outside of Christmas. So now, to imagine myself powerless to help someone else who's had all that forced on me. To imagine myself powerless to help someone else who's had all that forced on them. That would mean betraying not only myself, but also everyone who cheered me on. If I'm honest, it still bothers me a little if some people think I'm just a scary guy. I don't care. It's pointless. You're preaching to a wall. In one ear, out the other. It's too late anyway, so there's no use. Okay, about that. I have an idea. It's iffy, but I think we should be able to pull it off. Something like that, Azina. Intense sound effects. Fleeing civilians. A pair of eccentric villains. Oh, he's channeling his channeling his Sentai warrior fandom, trying to construct a plot based on that. And a respected strategist. So they're gonna make another play, I guess. Yeah, this'll do. This will definitely draw in everyone. Definitely, maybe. Where'd all that confidence go? What's the idea? Spit it out, Krampus. Yeah, okay. It'll be embarrassing, but this is our only shot to save the children. Here's my plan. We put on an improvised ranger show. Yeehaw! Powerful rangers. Alright, and this will be the last part for today, but it is not the last part of this episode. After this, there's going to be 3 more different individual, visual novel sections, and that will be covered tomorrow. And then I will die forever and take a nap. Game party. But yeah, alright, just a summary of how I felt, I guess. There's a lot of feelings, but I'm like, it takes me like a bit of energy to explain. But yeah, I just, before Housamo, I didn't really fit in anywhere in terms of like a community that I, felt welcomed in. All the communities in the past before were just like, just incidental because of like the classes I had to take or, the requirements for the thingy. But Housamo just really felt like it checked a whole bunch of boxes, and the community itself was surprisingly welcome. So I felt a lot less alone in my trial of being myself. Just, as a sample of how I felt. Anyways, let's resume. A glorious moon shines down from the heavens, bathing the majestic mountainside in gentle light. I look up to the moon and let loose a mighty roar, and yet there's no one around to hear me cry. Long ago, I believed that I could change the world through my poetry, but now nothing is left of me but the ruin of genius. I now realize that my decline began long before I became a tiger. Anything I put my heart and soul into would be scrutinized, and its faults exposed, so I would pretend that producing work from the heart was beneath me. Now this I can understand. I convinced myself I was creating masterful works of art, but all I was really doing was roaring vainly at the moon. But suddenly, I hear your voice. The cry. Could that be Licho? My heart floods with bitter emotion to hear my old friend, and I dash from the road into the bushes to the side. Friend, I hide from you because I do not wish to be seen. I have produced nothing worth showing you. From within the tall grass, I gaze at my friend, still calling my name. Behind them stretches a past paved with great deeds, and before them stretches a future filled with promise. And they stand on a path all humans are meant to walk, the same path I once walked before I became a tiger. From afar, I marvel at my friend and who they have become, and makes me reflect upon myself, bringing a tear to my eye. And only now do I see the endless cycle I was caught in. Oh crap! No. Well, I'm glad my stream capture software censored that naturally. I will have to give that person a call back later. I held my talent for poetry so dear, yet used it only to excuse my own mistakes. I squandered my gifts on crafting, fabrication, and trickery. Yet with every failure, I could not disguise. Well, I already told you my favorite male characters. Girl characters, it's like, I don't know. Didn't really think about it. I guess the Otahime is pretty cool. Yeah, with every failure, I could not disguise. Let's see. I held my talent for poetry so dear, yet used it only to excuse my own mistakes. I squandered my gifts on crafting, fabrication, and trickery. Yet with every failure I could not disguise. I fled a little further from that past and pretended nothing had ever happened. Fled a little further from the past that what failure? I guess he's just not satisfied with the work he's producing and considers them as failures. I could never fully commit myself to being a statesman, or a poet, or a decent human being. I always ended up running away. After all, I could not bear the thought of a mistake marring my name. Just as a child dreams of becoming a superhero, I strove to be my ideal self. That's right. All I wanted was to be able to roar proudly from high atop my pedestal, safe from rebuke or humiliation. Hiding here among the weeds is where I belong. To die in this tiger's body is a fitting end for someone like me. No! I've lost myself deep inside this thicket, so far from my proper path, but there's still something I must do. Yet, what it is, I do not know. I roar to the sky, to the light of the waning moon, and at that moment... Housamo to Tokyo. I see a road stretching skyward before me, shimmering with rainbow light. In the pale moonlight, as if in a trance, I chase after the colored road of light, and... my voice calls out to me. Licho! My friend Licho! Where are you going? But I am already gone far over the rainbow to a place called Tokyo. I'm not entirely sure if it's the same thing, but I feel something similar to Licho in terms of, being proud of my works. But, the moment it's in the context of someone else's scrutiny, it feels, I feel more aware of, how mediocre my own products are. And so I kind of just, end up focusing less on it and say, it was just a hobby anyways, and playing it off and not taking it as seriously or as artistically. Probably talking about my own sort of musical abilities, for example, because it's I do dabble in playing piano and sometimes composing, but it's just not at the level of your traditional idea of how much works a national musician to do and the production value and all of that. So I'm very proud of what I'm able to do, but whenever it's someone else is looking at it, I feel kind of ashamed of it and hide, and I feel like it's a bit of a failure and a lost cause. And so, like Licho, I guess I sort of just ran away from that and tried to enjoy it by myself, where I can enjoy in that kind of delusion that it's something that I can specialize in, even though it's not actually anything that special. Okay, calm down right there, Ray. An improvised ranger show? An improvised ranger show? The reaction to Krampus's proposal is one of the general bewilderment. How the heck did we get here? Rangers improvising? Isn't this a bit self-indulgent? Of course not, Ayrton. Why would you think that? Is that how you really see me? Hey, don't look at me like that. Jeez. I really lack my brain to come up with this plan. Promise. Sorry, Krampus. I didn't have the time to take it all in. You're really thick, Mind if I ask something? What is a ranger show anyways? Are you serious? How dare you damn the name of ranger shows? Are you completely clueless? I will murder your ass. Actually, I guess that makes sense. I've been talking it over so much with you recently, I keep forgetting not everyone's a fan. Oh, but there are fans out there. In fact, I've kept up with every series since Gourmet Ranger cooking for us. The heck? You're a Ranger show fan too? Say what? I'm shook. Shooketh. Oh, that was fast. I might as well do anything to make our children happy, and it makes for wonderful conversation points with other moms. Oh, I've got it. You and your kids are probably more of the target audience than I am. I possibly adore the mega kitchen battles between the heroes and the villains. And I just get chills every time the villains make a comeback with Get your calorie bean. The heck is this? To be honest, I'd love to see crush the gourmet rangers and be done with it. I don't really care for the big robots fights. So you're more of a fan of the villains. I guess the villains in recent scenes have been pretty likable. I'd love to talk your ear off about this, but there isn't time for that right now. And it seems like we'd be leaving most of the group in the dust anyways. Alright, get ready for Krampus' concise crash course. I'll start with the origins and history of special effects. Yee-ha! Master Chef host musician. This doesn't sound concise at all. Special effects. Summary of the summary, please. What? But this is the most basics of basics. Well, fine. But if you're ever interested, I'll give you a personal lecture. All night. And so the group gathers around Krampus to watch a compilation video of Ranger shows, probably edited by the train himself. Wait! Why did the autoplay go to my top 10 Ranger series ranking video? Crap! Now that I'm watching this editing's so sloppy. I can't believe that I thought it was a good idea to post this. That was pretty interesting, boss. Especially the one who was using the... what's it called? The big old fancy axe. Works with such a rich background really help you understand how established tropes comes from layer of accumulated history. I feel like everyone here has a double in terms of there's similarity in voices, where the fucking Shiro and Gangle, and then there's Tetsuox and what's it called, Krampus, and Kengo and Licho was us. Jesus Christ, could you have not picked any more similar standing characters? Oh, I really remember this. I used to watch this stuff when I was a kid. Though a certain brainiac I know always had his nose in a book. I have memories of this program as well. I would often imitate the swordsman that appeared during the show. Did they want to see one of those 10-minute compilations while Jiangshi is still stealing people's skills? Yes, I did. They clearly have their priorities perfectly set. Okay. So if you're done explaining, then we can move on, right? Anyhow, what does this Ranger stuff have to do with our situation? What are we supposed to do with it? Couldn't you tell? The drama, the suspense, the robots! I think what I understand what he's getting at. Hard to put on the same kind of passionate performance. I mean, I'm all for it, but can we really get everyone fired up enough? I think we're on the right track. There aren't many genres that could get so many Jiangshi involved in performance. I presume the Berserk Jiangshi are intended to fill the role of the baddies in the group scenes, right? Yep, that's what I was thinking. I knew you'd be the perfect respectable smarty pants. You're really getting into the role. What have my glasses have got to do with that? In Ranger shows, villains are supposed to work as underlings for the monsters and villains. For example, there's a recurring trope where they invade special events held in sync with episode's broadcast time. Look, I need a deep breath. I'm actually running out of oxygen from this, and like forcing my voice so much like this. There's a recurring trope where they invade special events held in sync with the episode's broadcast time. Of course, the hero always appears to defeat the... Whoa, slow down, you fucking idiot. Of course, the hero always appears to defeat them, but the point is the monsters of the week typically have gimmicks and designs based on the events in itself. It's actually going on by itself. Hold on a minute, Krampus. You're getting off track again. Some of us aren't keeping up. Yes, I'm not keeping up. Calm down, Krampus. No, I see. Innocents and running the rescue, villains and their underlings, and heroes saving the day. Combine them. And we get an impromptu hero event. Sounds like a great idea. But hey, so there's no problem with getting running folks involved, huh? Sounds like a pretty good plan if I do say so myself. So all I gotta do is start talking smack to my opponents right away, Blue. I ain't much of an actor, but that suits me just fine. So I'll leave that to you, Tetsuox. I'm sure it'll be a great stuntman. You're already just for the part. I've got my practice in with those awful officials back home. I got this, boss. Start talking smack to his phone. Is he playing the role of the leader of the Jiangshi? Well, that would explain Change Quest 1. But isn't he a little rowdy to be one of the heroes? No worries. No, he's an anti. Anti-heroes have their fans, although, seeing as our targeted audience is showed, he might be better off being as a cool villain instead. So he is gonna be fun. Doesn't matter as long as I to go wild. Good guys, bad guys. Those are just the details. New champion of Christmas yet again. This is now a Christmas event, everyone. In that case, why don't I take up the role of villain as well? Although, as I said, I have little confidence in my acting. You might not need to do much acting. Just behave like you usually do. Really? Well, if you insist. That's my pleasure. Not even detecting the side glance here. Villains with a cool trick are always popular with kids. A compelling villain boosts the quality of the whole show. Please leave it to me. I wouldn't dream of putting on a performance that would disappoint the children. Ichigo watches on as the group's aura of gloom changes to a buzz of excitement, with a small but sure change in his eyes. Oh, no. You can't just do this to my festival. Screw Rangers, shows, all of it. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves? Everyone already knows that my festival was a big fat failure. This is just gonna be the cherry on top of my shame sundae. Ichigo. How in the world did it turn out like this? I pulled out all the stops. I shed blood, sweat, and tears and didn't complain once. I wanted to shout to the world that we're not the school of thugs. I just wanted to prove I've really changed. I get it. Alright. I know I'm making a fool out of myself right now. I'm just sick of this. Oh, it's too much. Licha, wasn't it? Listen. Please. I understand exactly how you feel. Krampus? I hate that feeling of shame. I hated it then, and I still hate it now. I just don't want to be a hero in the kids' shows, but children are so scared of how I look. Maybe I was self-centered, having such a childish dream. Believe me, I know better than anyone. To imagine anyone making fun of my dream just makes me want to crawl in the hole and die. But I think anyone can feel that way if they really have their heart set on a dream. Not everyone in the world will understand. There'll always be those who will laugh and sneer at you. Looks like Babylon personally knows. And I'm not sure about Tetsuax, but maybe he's just staring at Babylon's monkeys. Give me a break. We aren't the same. If we were, then how could you embarrass yourself with this hero show crap? How many freaking pair of eyes do you think you're gonna have on you? How could you? It's embarrassingly simple, really. I only look at one. Huh? For the briefest moments, Krampus glances towards you. Don't get bogged down by the eyes of everyone. Really, the only thing you should be working towards the future is for the people you care about. Ignore the naysayers and believe in your own future and believe in your own goals and look towards the people that believe in you too. Are you doing something, Licho? Oh yeah, well. The thing is, Licho was just so... He truly believed in his heart that it was a failure. And as a result, he was being obstinate with any sort of possibility. It was just not compatible with his mind that there was any other possibility that it couldn't be anything but a failure. So he needed to be pulled out of that. I know it's easy to call Licho as being unhelpful and ruining everyone's vibe and all that, but I mean, it goes deeper than just his festival for Licho, obviously. It's an entire thing regarding his whole life and how he views things. So hopefully this would have helped him with that speech. Boy, people having sentimental moments while Jiangshi says social. I'm surprised people have enough advice. I don't know. Maybe they're like just like in a fucking a localized fucking collision of worlds where time doesn't pass at all. All right. I know I'm cute, but I don't need to announce it to everyone. I haven't been keeping up with the story, so I wasn't prepared for this. Everybody loves MC. Yeah, Aizen was right. She still eliminated the love singularity. For the briefest of moments, Krampus glances towards you. Krampus? I've got a friend in you. You've got a friend in me. A friend who doesn't laugh at my failures. One who doesn't make fun of my dreams. You don't need everyone to believe in your dream, everyone. All you need is, like, one or a handful of people who do, and from there you should, like, move towards your goal for those people. Like, if you let yourself get bogged down just because your opinion is just not everyone will understand it, then of course you'll get shut down, because it's impossible for everyone to understand your goals. But in the very least, if you find someone who can, have hope and understand your dreams and are cheering you on, then don't look towards everyone. Look towards them. Friend? As long as I focus on that and only think about them, others will come to support me. Yeah. That confidence and assuredness that you get when you do it for your friends, well, it's infectious, and then more people will come to believe you too. And sure, I'll stick around to watch. If I screw up, maybe someone won't support me anymore, but my friend will always be there. And that's it. You don't think I'm particularly strong and brave? I get embarrassed pretty easy. But that's why I'm gonna do the stranger show. Here and now, I can bring myself to do this. Well, you're the festival chairman, Licho. We can't start without you, so let's do this together. You keep blabbing on, but the point is that you just want me to use my sacred artifact, right? Well, it doesn't matter, because my artifact only works if I truly believe. Don't understand just how weak-willed I can be. There ain't no silver linings for me, not anymore. Huh? Like, that's worth fine. We don't need your sacred artifact. If you don't want to use it, then whatever. Now you get your furry butt over here so we can make this work. I heard that in play. The gym went smoothly thanks to your sacred artifact. But that talent show went just fine without it. So use it or don't. It really doesn't matter, little tiger. We won't force you. So that was the importance of the second deck. No, it wasn't just like, a variation on it. It was just to establish that, yes, Licho's things can resolve things, but Licho himself needs to believe it, and then he's just not much of a believing person in general, so the second one shows that things can be done, and he doesn't need to manipulate people and find an easy way out to actually have people believe in them, I guess. I swear to you not to compel you to do anything you don't want to do. It looks like we're gonna need a narrator and a host for our show. Licho did a great job last time, but I guess we can make do with our bespectacled smarty pants here. There are still a few things we're short on, but we should be able to put on a show with what we have now. Wait a second, everyone. You can't just rewrite my festival. This is outrageous, preposterous, inconceivable. Okay, fine. Go ahead and have your little show. I'll pick up the pieces. It's probably less shameful than just sitting here and just doing nothing. Licho glares sharply at Krampus. I can do this, the same as you. I'll push down my doubts and insecurities and do this. I'll put all those years of practice lying to myself and psych myself up to good use. Just watch. I won't let anyone make light of my festival. Just try and diss it, and I'll give you something they won't see coming. That's our floofy chairman. That is Fuzzy Wuzzy Head! Hey, come on! Why do you gotta go messing with my fluff? Strap face. No, Licho. I respect your spirit. I suppose it's time for me to go put on the best show anyone ever saw. That's all just an act. But that's all the more reason to give it our all. Otherwise, no one's gonna believe us. But if we really get into it, enough to convince ourselves that it's real, then maybe we'll be able to change things. My beloved Rangers heroes give their all with every performance. That's why I came to love them. The rest of the groups matched Krampus' earnestness with their determined eyes and a sort of nods. Oh yeah, there's something I meant to ask. Cause this is a Ranger hero show. We need Rangers, yeah? Who the heck's supposed to be playing the heroes? How about we leave that to the hero expert, huh? Seems only fitting. Me? He's dressed as Yama, is he not? He doesn't exactly look like Defender of the Children. Don't you worry about a thing. Licho's gonna whip up a special trip just for this. What? Don't go pinning things just on things without asking. Wait, Yama? Like the king of hell? That Yama? If I remember right, this just might work. I see. Interesting spin. So Krampus is like the king of hell or something, but now he's gonna be the hero to the story. I'll be interested to see how this Ranger show turns out. Well, I guess even Krampus has sold me somehow in this Ranger show. I got it. I'll do it, but on one condition. There's no way the kids are gonna believe I'm good with this costume. I'll need a more conventional looking hero with me. And in Ranger shows, the most popular heroes are often the ones who use some type of blade. Yo. If only we had something like that. So, someone who uses a blade, huh? I happen to know someone who fits the bill. Darn right you do. If someone's gonna talk the talk, they better be ready to walk the walk. Okay, Toji, you're up. Okay, Toji, you're up. Go, Toji! Stop! Everyone stop looking at me! Gango only chose words linger near as he suddenly feels gazes volume. No! No, Toji's right there, what are you doing? I'm just a high swordsman! Toji has been raised to use swordsmanship since, like, a bygone era of, like, the ages of ogres or whatever. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright. Oh, looks like he's done a bit more. All the while, Hasan Kamara's stony eyes watch the scene from his perch on top of the Kaminarimon Gate. Although he says not a word, there is no trace of doubt in his golden eyes. He simply stands as though waiting for something. Suddenly, his phone rings, and he fishes in his pocket to retrieve it. Oh, that's an interesting transition. I like that. Hey, big boss, how you doing? Gangly? Fought off that swarm of Jiangshi and still kicking strong, eh? I'm impressed. I see you figured it out. It should be okay to leave Han on a nausea handle list. I'd say that's a good call. Oh, I guess it ain't the time to... Whoops, that's getting safe, so... Well, I guess it ain't the time to be singing praises yet, huh? While the living dead are causing mayhem, this group is using Dragon Ball Z measurements of time. Don't worry, on the next episode, I'm sure that they'll just be able to reach the next stall. I mean, haven't you heard? Jiangshi actually, like, travel really slowly. They're, like, supposed, like, hopping zombies. That's their thing. Anyway, what do you think about what's happened with, what your leechers decided? What exactly are you asking? So, I was thinking, you respect folks who tackle their problems head on, right? You sure you're alright with this? I intend only to keep my mouth shut and watch over Lisha, regardless of the path he chooses. But if this is merely another excuse to run from hardships and pain, he should know he will have to reap the consequences. No matter what road we choose in life, inevitably, we will all encounter pain we must bear and walls we must surmount. Now, those are the kind of words I'd expect from you, big boss. But are you sure they're right? God, Gangway! God, I love how wise Gangway is. He's even pegging down San Kamara, who's given nothing but the air of wisdom so far. But, I had a feeling that not everything San Kamara was on the nose. As someone who's flown through life by the seat of his pants, I know there's something to be said for the road less traveled. Who knows? Maybe it might even lead somewhere around those walls of yours, or even straight over him. There ain't nothing wrong with blazing your own trail in life, or at least, that's what I want to believe. Everyone's got their own path to walk. This is what we believe around these parts, That's the creed of the Asaksa Gurus. Okay, so this is the first time we actually heard of their guild, the Gurus. So, I guess Gangle and Sanat are part of that Gurus. Not sure about the rest of the Umamichis. Pretty much every single event Gangle is in, where he's allowed to say more than just flirting lines, he always says something woke and wise beyond years. I like Gangle a lot. I'd smash with him. Anyway, the part 4 or 5 of episode 3, as well as the epilogue, will be covered tomorrow. And after that, look forward to more of this new announcement, chapter 11 or whatever. I'll be pulling, but not on stream. And yeah, now that I remember, I gotta go call back to that person who just called me. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.